wonderful.
Thank you so much. How are you?
Sit down.
Thank you.
Golden Oldie song. I love that song.
I love that song too.
Great song, isn't
These
it?
are the type of songs I will listen to at home.
Wonderful.
Etta James version, I just love it. I decided to put it on the album.
And you've got a lovely version too on your album, which I really
you.
love, called Nature Boy, the old Nat King Cole number.
Oh yeah, two of
Just
my
piano
favorites.
accompaniment.
It's very nice to meet you.
And you too, eventually,
you.
because we've kind of crisscrossed each other
Yeah.
in our various careers.
That's
Tell me, you had 2 years off?
I did. It went so quick. Time flies. But I've done great things. I have met life for the first time.
In what sense?
In what sense? That for 20-something years, I was like a little bit like an athlete. I was living for my voice, to be honest with you. I was training every day. I was vocal exercising all the time. No dairy products because it gives too much mucus to the voice. A scarf all the time. Worrying about the voice all the time. And then on those 2 years off, I was with my family, my friends. I played golf. I didn't only get to know my manager better, but my husband much better. Something happened almost 3 years ago to unfortunately, to my husband. He got ill. He had diagnosed with cancer.
That's right.
So, but you know, sometimes when life gives you things like this, you have no choice. Life said you're going to be sick.
Yeah.
But when something like this happened, something positive's got to come out of it, if I may say. And we met each other, and we had a wonderful time, and a miracle happened to us. We tried for 6 years to have a baby, and it happened. So time flew. I'm a mommy now. I'm telling you, wind beneath my wings. I just love it. Woo.
So did you...
You know, it's kind of priorities change. And,
I bet. Yeah.
And it's great to sing. It's great to train vocal exercise and all that. It's great, but you know, to be a mommy and be home, it's like, let's put it that way, I don't pay as much attention to the technique, to this athlete, and looking for that note, and looking for that song, and hold it, and like all the time. You know what I mean? Like today is like, I want to take it as it comes. Yes, today happened. We can't change it. Yeah. Tomorrow, we don't know. Today, let's make the best of today.
Did you think you might never have a child?
I thought of it. I always wanted to remain positive, but yes, sir, I thought of it like it might be not possible. But once you're very lucky, I have a wonderful foundation. I have 13 brothers and sisters. I think I have an amazing career. I found a man that loves me so much, that I love very much too. And sometimes I say, I don't want to push my luck too much. But fortunately for us, it did happen.
But coming from a large family like you did, do you think would you like a large family? 14 perhaps?
Oh, I would have loved to have 14 like my parents. But you see, I'm a little too late. And no, I can't have, you know, I have so much respect for my parents. And my mother decided to give her life. She gave her life, and she forgot her dreams to give her life to us. She raised 14 children, which is like, it's a whole life. But
she was a Catholic. Of course.
You bet she was a Catholic.
Of course she was, but it's a statement of the obvious, but I have to introduce it because I read in research that she once went to the priest and said, look, you know, can I...
She said to the priest, like, I'm going to have children if I want to have children whenever I decide. And he said to her, you're not going to be coming to the church anymore, bad girl. And so anyway, that's another story. I know.
Nothing at all.
No, I mean, nothing at all. No, that's a fact. It's terrible. But nonetheless, I mean, there you were 14, you were the youngest. You were very much a kind of afterthought. You were tagged on the end, weren't you, of this
Me, I'm the accident to the family.
The accident, weren't you?
My mother had 13, and she said when they start school, they had twins, Paul and Pauline. They're going to start school, and finally, I'm going to make my own money. I'm going to go out there, make my friends. I'm going to have a life for once. The kids started school, and she found out she was pregnant. She was 41 years old. Poor mother, I felt for her. But thanks, I'm happy to be here. I'm very happy. Thanks, Mom.
But was it a poor upbringing? Were you impoverished? Did you have...
Let's put it that way. We never had money, but we were never poor. We had lots of love and lots of food on the table, music and love.
Well, it was a musical family, wasn't it?
My 13 brothers and sisters, they all play instruments, they all sing. Both parents, my dad plays accordion, my mom violin. Yeah. They used to have a group. Yeah. But, why me? I don't know. I still think about it, but I do it for all of them.
Well, then when did you start singing yourself? What was your first...
On the kitchen table. I was about 5 years old.
Really?
I knew I wanted to be a singer. I was 5.
Did you?
And then I did my first record. I met Renee, my manager. I was 12.
You were 12, that's right.
I was 12 years old. And I'm 30. Oh, God, it's a long time.
Isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I met him and then married him, and
but
then
you
I've
could
been in
never
show business
imagine what was going to happen to you, how your career would have taken off.
Oh, no, of course not.
But when did you first... Your mother was very supportive. In a sense, if you read the research, your mother became your first manager, didn't she?
My
She
mother was my
masterminded your
first
career.
manager,
Yeah.
and she said to me, Celine, I want you to sing, but I want you to do it professionally with your own songs. My mother, out of the blues, because my mother didn't go to school very much. She was working and she was raising the children and all that. And out of the blues, she came one day and she said, I wrote you a song. I'm like, you, Mom? You barely can write? You wrote me a song? My mother is my idol. She raised 14 children. She's got the soul of an artist. She's an incredible mother. She gave her everything to us. She wrote my first song. She traveled with me until I was 18 years old. She's my protector. And she's the person that I look up to, and she's my favorite person in the world. She really is.
Yeah, excellent. So, but when did you first understand that you've got a remarkable voice, and a voice out of the ordinary, a voice that could actually make the records that you've made and make the sounds?
I still don't understand.
You don't understand
I don't really pay attention to this. What I like, of course I love to sing, and I think I'm blessed. I think I was given an instrument, and I'm trying to make the best out of it, but I don't really think about, oh, I have a voice. And I really, when I go on stage, this is like, it becomes my home. And I remember one thing, because when you grew up with 13 brothers and sisters, you sing on the kitchen table or in your living room. So when you do on stage and you sing for an audience, it's the same thing. For me tonight, you're my brothers and sisters. It is. My manager told me.
You always had a big audience.
That's what he told me. He said, Celine, when you perform for the crowd, you imagine that you're in your living room and you perform for your family. So the stage for me is my home, and the crowd is my family. So I don't think about, oh, am I lucky I have a voice? No, I'm like, am I lucky? I feel like I'm home, and I just love to enter people's life with my music. I'm fortunate.
But what I mean, you've had trouble with the voice. All singers do have trouble with the voice. And of course, an untrained singer, as you were, in a sense, a raw, talented singer, but without any professional training, you can do grievous damage to your voice, can't you?
Actually, many years ago, I just started to sing, and I was on stage. I was on tour. I think it was my second or third tour. And I was doing some vocal exercise, but I was not training properly, and I was not doing it right. And finally, to make a long story short, I started the show that night. It was in the province of Quebec, and I started to sing the song, and then it was a solo guitar, and I left the stage. I couldn't sing, I couldn't talk. And I started to cry, and I said, I can't believe those people, they paid, they came here tonight. I can't sing for them, this is not fair, I can't do this to them. And I couldn't come back on stage, so Renee came and he said, we apologize, we're gonna give your money back, of course, or we can just, when we come back, you can come, or whatever you want to do, we give your money back, anything you want. And the people stood up, and I could hear all the band, and they started to sing for me that night, and I started to cry. It was a love affair. It was really beautiful. And then I went to see a teacher and a coach and a doctor in New York, and I met, and this wonderful man said to me, he said, you know, you're going to have to stop talking for 3 weeks if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, you would find
it was my husband's favorite vacation. He loved it. Yeah, it happened to me. I lost my voice on stage, but since then I've been training, and it's fine.
Yeah.
So far,